I guess this means more money, more problems for you.
Yeah, I guess so. More money, more problems. It's just the way it is.
I get it. I get it.
Counting all these bands took me a while just to damn run it up. Multi-millions, I feel 100 up.
That's real, yo. I ain't exaggerating at all, man. The more money you make, the more problems you get. And jealousy and envy is something that comes with the territory, man.
I was trying to give you a character with positivity, but have all the stuff and the trappings that the people successful in the inner city looked up to.
I was trying to give you a character
with positivity, but have all the stuff and the
trappings
that the people successful in the inner city looked up to.
Mo money, mo problems, they say. So why does everyone strive to get rich or die trying? What is it with money that has everyone so perplexed? Money is not evil, but it is the great equalizer. Money can't buy you happiness, but it can afford you the things needed to assist you in your goal of contentment. Money is so important to our experience in the matrix. So why is it always distorted in the hands of those who usually have the most? I may have answered my own question. But we see these athletes so lavishly spend their money, and in the general public eye, it is looked down upon. Most would say it's irresponsible how athletes spend their money. And more often than not, the public is correct, and the athlete ends up broke. And it's always pinned on the athlete. But should that 100% be the case? Yes, every individual is responsible for the decisions that they make. But could it be that the Matrix has programmed a certain perspective of money in a way that so many people really can't obtain its true power to enhancing their life? Take poor kids from a shaky family foundation and lackluster education, give them a boatload of money for the first time in their life? Of course, they will mismanage it. But to make matters worse, they get publicly shamed for their pitfall, while the public isn't really taking the full picture into consideration.
When the NFL draft begins tonight, all 32 first-round picks might feel as though they are set for life, but not so fast. It doesn't always turn out that way.
This month, we learned former NFL superstar Warren Sapp has filed for bankruptcy. As Rebecca Jarvis reports, he's not the only big name who's gone broke.
Now, when you are a young man and you do sign that first deal and you know that you've got some money coming towards you, what happens then?
You want to buy your mom that house. You want to buy your dad that truck.
Of course.
You want to have your brothers and sisters be able to pursue the dreams and the careers that they often had and use your money to do it.
But it must extend beyond the immediate family.
It's everybody that you run into.
Literally. Everybody that you knew growing up somehow, some way kind of reached out.
Yes, indeed. You have family members that you never would have thought. You have friends with the best business ideas that can make both of you rich, but the only thing that the idea needs to come to life is your money.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to lose money fast, I'll tell you 3 ways. Record label, restaurant, clothing line.
Okay.
And here's a couple of more for the fine print. Loans.
The athlete realizes his money isn't as long as it needs to be to continue the lifestyle he would like to live after his playing days are over. Instead of trying to find another skill outside of being a professional athletic entertainer, the athlete takes up investment risks to cash out big.
Today, the SEC filed insider trading charges against Michael Kendricks, formerly a linebacker with the world champion Philadelphia Eagles.
That breaking news, a Browns player is facing federal charges. Linebacker Michael Kendricks has been indicted for insider trading.
If convicted, both gentlemen are facing what could be substantial prison time.
Kendricks and Sonoike used a variety of methods to disguise their scheme. Shortly after their first successful trade, Sonoike sent Kendricks a text message to arrange to get a kickback by asking for bread, claiming in the text to prefer the bread used for Philly cheesesteaks over the bread in New York City. Insider trading threatens investor confidence in the fairness and integrity of our markets. We will continue to dedicate our resources to pursuing insider traders and holding them accountable regardless of their celebrity or their status.
Regardless of their celebrity or their status.
Of course, being a famous athlete would afford you an opportunity to not so known information in the business world. Would you not use that to your advantage if you were an athlete? But why don't they ever go after the elite big guys?
Regardless of their celebrity or their status.
As of October 18th, 2021, per news reports, the wealthiest 10% of Americans own a record of 89% of all U.S. stocks. Are you starting to see the discrepancy with money energy? Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi's husband, Paul Pelosi, who runs an investment firm, bought 25 call options on Tesla stock with a strike price of $500 and an expiration date of March 18, 2022. He spent between $500,000 to $1 million on these calls on December 22nd, 2020. All of this happened 1 month before Joe Biden mandated all federal vehicles to be electric. Do you really think Paul Pelosi had no idea Joe Biden was about to enact this mandate? Why isn't the SEC looking into this? President Joe Biden is replacing the entire fleet of 645,000 federal vehicles with electric ones. Obviously, government-backed Tesla is at the top of the list for the provider. This does create conflict of interest. It's Nancy Pelosi's job to work to pass these environmental and clean energy initiatives. Initiatives from which her family is now profiting handsomely off of. The stock market is the largest device of wealth transfer in the world. This device could be a dream come true, or it can be a nightmare. Polarity is an absolute constant in our world, so money is no different. And we can see the proof within the gematria, but it revolves around a specific number, 52. Stock market and 5-2 both equal 37 in reduction and 37 in the Chaldean cipher. Monopolies and currencies equals 52 in the reduction cipher, while money traps and billions equals 52 in the reverse reduction cipher. And on the flip side, freedom points, freedom tokens, and chance of living all equal 52 in the septenary cipher. Join my Patreon today for only $5 to receive a monthly esoteric documentary on your favorite sports athletes and events. Real, raw, uncut, and uncensored without the limitations of YouTube. Join today to see the other side of the sports world.